Hey y'all, welcome to Pack Profile. My name is Isaiah Flores, director and host. This is where I sit down with interesting people in the south side of San Antonio. My guest is an emerging young artist who has already had many residencies, group exhibitions, and performances across the city. He has been featured at Our Lady of the Lake International Cultural Folk Center, La Zona, St. Paul Square, and many more. He said he uses his characters to capture specific moments in time, like snapshots meant to honor the eras that shaped us. Through saturated acrylics, he wants his viewers to recognize themselves in the art. He's done live painting performances at Luminaria Contemporary Arts Festival, taught painting classes at the Museum and other schools, and he's also the second artist on Pack Profile that is currently featured in the Whataburger Museum of Art. Welcome, Josiah Harris. How are you doing today?
I'm feeling good today. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to have you here. I know you're really busy. Thank you so much. Tell us about this piece you brought here today.
So this is my first piece of my hip hop series. This is called A Tribe Called Quest.
So, are these people that you know? Are they?
None of them are people that I know, but they do represent me and my brothers. And hip hop is something that we all grew up listening to, and to have a song that's like a group, a tribe, that represents us is something that was really meaningful. So I went out and painted it, and since then.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your technique.
So, to be honest, I don't have a technique. I didn't go to art school. It's all about learning as you go when it comes to painting with the things I do. So every time I go to, like, say the jeans on here, I didn't know how to do it. But I would keep mixing around colors until I get it. And there's been lessons that I have learned from, like, veteran artists. They would tell me, like, hey, just stay away from mixing on the canvas. And I use some of that on this part. You can tell it's a lot more cleaner than these other ones. But as I went along with it, I was like, okay, but I actually like the rough feel that the pants have, so I decided to stick with it. And
you don't mix on the canvas?
I stopped mixing on the canvas, yes.
I wonder how that works though, because like you're doing it on the canvas. You like mix the paint somewhere else and you put it there?
Yes, I would go through like different colors. Like this right here, I use red. It comes out darker, but red and blue make a purple. If you could tell, it's purple. And I would mix the blue and purple, the blue and red on the palette, and then just have normal blue, and I would just work from light to dark or dark to light. However I'm feeling, there's never been like a set equation for me to do it. It's just the way I feel to paint. I let the body do what it wants to do.
I kind of like how those ended up on the right side. It feels scratchy. Kind of like when you cold wash jeans or some people starch them. I kind of get that vibe from it.
Yeah.
So has art always been something you've been doing as a kid, or?
It has been. Painting, it hasn't been such a thing. There was this time when I was like 7'5". I've told them about it, and it was doing painting for my church. I wasn't doing paintings before that. I was just always drawing and drawing, but my mother, she wanted me to do the painting for the church. It was for this charity event, and the event comes, I do my little stork biting on a frog, and they sell it. They sold it for $100. I was like, yes! They didn't give me no money for it.
Oh,
they didn't
like,
give me nothing. Yeah. And so I told myself I'm never painting again, ever, because I was furious about it. And since then, I just stayed away from painting. I grew kind of like a hate towards it, to where I just didn't want to touch a brush. And it felt difficult. It felt like looking at a big wall of a challenge. So I just stuck to drawing until 2020 came, and I really wanted color art on my wall, but I was like, it's kind of expensive. Like, I'm a middle schooler. How am I gonna get that? And I was like, okay, Jojo, your mom has painting supplies. You do it yourself. And so I did it, and it's been growing ever since.
Yeah, painting is expensive. Where do you get your stuff at? Like,
all of it from Michael's, using my mom's account. She has so many deals and rewards on there, so it takes a lot off the plate to use it.
You've done lots of shows though, like incredible amounts of stuff at La Zona, Brick Blue Star. What has been your favorite memory or favorite show?
My favorite show is still the La Zona. That was the biggest thing to me, especially having the artists there. They knew what they were doing, and they were like known around San Antonio. And with me not really knowing much or being a part of anything before that, it was just the world, especially having sports guy Jose come and
right.
record. So it was everything, and the painting, the big one that I did there, it sold off of the news. She saw it on the news, and that was like, okay, so I don't have to be in a gallery to sell my artwork. And it was a big learning experience, especially with networking.
Oh, for sure. So when you're at these shows, I'm sure you're trying to get you're meeting people, you're saying and sharing your art and all that. What is that like? Is it a little overwhelming?
No, sometimes it could be overwhelming because at that time, still even now, I struggle to find out the meaning of my art. And they would always ask me those questions, and sometimes I will just pull something out my brain that really doesn't correlate to the painting at all. They would believe it. They would believe it, and I just wouldn't know what to say. But I'm starting to learn that that's just something, a part of me being who I am, but it's going to be something that's going to change as I grow and get more accustomed to the art, because I barely know the things that I really want, so it's hard to expect what I know out of the art. I'm just doing what I know is cool.
Because a lot of the times it's not that deep.
It's
you just
not.
want to draw cool things. Like,
Right.
Is that kind of the approach you had with this?
Yes and no. I still wanted to represent hip-hop and my brothers, because I do this every year for my family. I paint me and my brothers or something that resembles us for my family, and this was the one I did before Christmas. It was like, what is the date? The date somewhere. It's December.
2025, I think.
Yes, December 2025 for this painting. And this one did have much more meaning, especially since it was starting a series.
How do they feel about it? Do they get all emotional, or?
At first they did, but now I think they're starting to become like, okay, we probably expect this from JoJo. Cheap Christmas gifts. I still get them gifts, but yeah, I think they like it. I'm sure they like it, because they're really they love it. Just say that.
I've done that too before, where like if it's Christmas and I have no gift, I'm like, I have so much art lying around, just like,
Right.
take it, like just have it, doodle. And when it comes, that was the La Zona show, right? That you mentioned.
Yes.
Correct. What was that? That was a Black Men's exhibition, right? Or the
Yes, it was sponsored by San Antonio's Ethnic Art Society. It's predominantly Hispanic and African American. We do have some Caucasian people in there, but it's just something that's to represent us as a culture.
What was that like? Was it kind of a feeling of community, seeing people like you, or?
Yes, it really was, because growing up here in San Antonio, I've only been here for 8 years, but since middle school to now, I've really only seen Hispanic artwork in galleries, and there's like the only works being sold, and so to have a show that was like solely for the Black arts, it was really meaningful and a great opportunity.
Was it like, hey, we're here too, that kind of feeling?
Yes, it
That's very
definitely
cool.
was.
And what do you think is so special about the San Antonio art scene? Well, before I ask that, actually, so you're not from San Antonio, or?
No, I'm a military brat. I was born in North Carolina, Cherry Point base, but I've only lived there till I was 2, and then moved to Chicago, where all of my family's, that's where they're all from. And then after that, it was back to, it was to Abilene, then Chicago, Chicago, then Abilene for, I want to say 4 years until I turned 8. And then that's when I moved to Louisiana, where we met my dad. He's my stepdad, but he's like my dad to me. So since 2014, he's been there for us, and lived in Louisiana until 2018. And that's where we moved here, the place he wanted to retire at.
So he's retired and y'all are settled here.
Yes.
This is where you call home.
This is where
Big question.
Generally, I don't call the place home unless my family's there. So wherever my family's at, that's where I've grown to be like, okay, this is home. Now I have family like all over, like Chicago, North Carolina. I still have family in those places, and even Las Vegas. Wherever they're at, that's home to me.
Is that why you make pieces like this, to stay connected with them in a way?
Yes, they really love it, and I solely do it to make my family proud too.
That's great. That's really good to hear. What is so special about San Antonio? What have you found here that you like?
Oh man, the food.
The food?
The food. And not only just the food, but art-wise, I see it as a good stepping stone for, you know, the black community to step up in art, because mainly you'll see it's Hispanic, it's a Hispanic-based city, but I want other cities to know that there's other things here than just Hispanic artwork, and I see it as an opportunity for us to like just, you know, be up there together and just, you know, share the city.
For sure, there's like development to happen there.
Exactly.
Is there a favorite restaurant you have here?
Whataburger.
Whataburger?
Whataburger.
You actually did art about. You're in the Whataburger Museum of Art, right?
Yes, I am. I do have some work in there.
And it's like a real like place, right? Like it's like a gallery.
Yes, it's a gallery, but my artwork isn't there. Somebody already bought it before they could.
Oh shit! And this piece is sold too already, right?
Yes, sir. It is.
Dang it! How do you? What I was gonna say is I'd asked our past guests like, does he like Tex, or what was I gonna say? If Texas has the best like Mexican food because it's more Tex-Mex here, and he's like, yeah. I think because he has to say that because he's here, like, he's on any flack for that. You mentioned once that you're using the gift that God gave you when it comes to art and everything that you do. Can you speak a little bit about your faith?
Yes. Oh, so I grew up as a Christian boy. I have strong faith in Christ, and using painting, I've always been afraid of the future because I'm visually impaired. I don't talk about it much, but my vision's 220, if that gives like a good spectrum for y'all. Glasses don't work on me, so whenever I drive, I have to use these bioptics. They're just like your glasses, but there's a binocular on the top.
Okay.
Like the lenses, nothing, just glass. I could take those out if I want to, but there's binoculars, and I've always been scared of the future to have a job because I don't want to work somewhere where I'll struggle to see, especially like a computer or teaching, as like it's a struggle. And so I've noticed that God has given me a talent to support myself and my family that I could build on, and this was it to work with. At first I thought it was track. It's like, oh, you're good at it. But it was just something that I was ignoring for a long time, and I thank God every day for this talent he's given me, and I hope that my journey is like a testimony to others to see that God gives everybody a talent to do, and this is mine.
It's something that's uniquely you, something you can do.
Yes.
That's great. And you did mention in your artist statement that you want to support your family and uplift your community. What have they done for you in your journey and everything that you do?
Oh, they've done everything. My parents, every Christmas, they would buy me art supplies since 2020. Every Christmas, when they found out that I would actually like to paint, they have always bought me art supplies like Posca markers. Those things was not cheap.
Nah, they're $20, right?
Right? And so they've connected me with people. If it wasn't for them, the friends they have, I wouldn't be here right now. And they supported me. Like every Instagram post, they would go out, post it, share it with their friends. Even my friends would do the same, and I thank them like every day for it. And my family and friends, they have been the biggest supporters I've ever had with this.
That's great. How do they feel about your success?
I mean, it sucks sometimes because my family members are like, oh, here come Hollywood. I'm like, well, dang. Like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, like,
they mean it in love.
Yeah.
And they never had, I never had to be humbled about it, but they do say, just remember who you are and what you're here for. Don't ever get off track and just stay focused.
For sure. With me, it's like, not that I'm anywhere near, but like I go to art shows and I come home and I still have dishes to do and my room's still dirty. And it's like, did you feed the dog? And I'm like, okay, like I ain't.
I hated those nights. It'd be like 3 a.m. from an art show. Josiah, it's your day for kitchen. Huh?
No, for real. And you also mentioned that like you want to use pop art to express the eras that shape us. I thought that was interesting because I feel like a lot of the time like artists feel the need to be like a zeitgeist, like to kind of capture how everybody's feeling in that moment. Do you kind of, in a way, burden yourself that way? Like, I need to create something really relatable to everybody. Or are you focused on your own journey?
I'm wishy-washy on that because some paintings I would do something for my own journey, and then some others would be like, no, I want to do this. Like, this was something that I wanted to do for everybody to relate to. So it's a little stressful, especially having like my family like, okay, what's something we all can relate to, including the community, because I knew I was going to post it. And when I found this artwork, like the way of drawing it and everything, it's a little stressful because it's like for everybody to see. So I always think like, what's something that we would all love to see? What's something that's between both generations that could represent us all? And I know my cartoons have been coming like, well, my characters, they've been coming to things to like somewhat represent our generation. And then the Tribe Called Quest is like a group from the 90s that represents the older generation. And like merging them together was a great way to put us all together.
You said Quest? What was that?
Tribe Called Quest. This is the name of the band group that I use for reference. I never really used people for reference, but this one I did because it was one of those stressful times.
And I was going to ask, like, all the characters in your art, are they supposed to be people you know, or?
Not necessarily. Like, I don't know if you've seen my recent ones, like the clowns. None of these characters I do are people. They are just people that I've just drawn in my notebook, and I'd be like, ooh, I like this one. Let's paint it. And originally, that clown piece, the whole clown series, those are supposed to be pieces for me and my roommate, because we're moving, and I really want an artwork in the house. But sometimes money does talk, and I sell it. It was supposed to be for us, but hey, bills.
That's a good problem to have, though. Like, oh, sorry, it's sold. We're supposed to have it. No, that's great. And I had some fun questions for you. What is your favorite album to listen to while working on art?
I love Smino. He has been my favorite artist since 2016. I can name every song by heart or sing every song by heart, besides some of the ones where I don't understand what he's saying. But for the most part, I can at least mumble it.
Is that hip hop or what?
Yeah, he's shoot. I would say he's hip hop. He's more so like R&B wave hip hop. It's like a little bit. Do you know K Tronado?
Not really, no.
Oh man, like Childish Gambino. You know him? You know how sometimes he does have like some funky music to where you don't know if it's hip hop or R&B or funk.
Like a blend, kind of?
Yeah, he blends all of his stuff together, and it's music like that I really love because it's good.
Is that what you're trying to do with your own art? Like kind of blend cultures and, not blend cultures, but like you said, blending generations?
I guess so. I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, I am trying to blend generations, just like how he blends different genres of music.
And do you have any like things you do outside of art, like hidden talents, anything else, any other hobbies?
I did run track. I don't know if that counts, but all I do is work, go to school, and paint.
With everything that you do, what has been your single biggest inspiration?
Oh, my little brother James. He's my biggest inspo, including both of my grandmothers. I remember when I was like 4 years old, it's a tradition to always go to Myrtle Beach every year. But I've told her like for like 2 years straight when I was a kid that y'all not ever gonna have to worry about paying or renting like a beach house. I'm gonna buy one that people just come out anytime, whenever they want. And like finding a career wasn't my biggest stress. It was finding what I can do to make the money to support my whole family.
Right.
And just most of them, all of them, they inspire me every day to just keep pushing forward so I could build that and build the legacy for them to all live with, not even have to work a day in their lives.
Hey, and that kind of leads into my next question. I was going to ask, what do you want to be remembered for?
I want my family to remember me as the person that was there to give them the life they wanted.
Nice. I love everything that you're doing. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you.
Actually, one of the reasons I wanted to have you on here is the Alamo Colleges has had a lot of interest in local art. So if you go down the district, there's something called the Commons Art Gallery, and they have student work, but also Trebla, Albert Gonzalez is there.
Yes.
It's really cool. Who knows who may see this interview?
Yeah, I go to y'all school, so like, let me take an art class, maybe.
Oh, hello, wait, you go to SAG, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for coming today. Thank you so much, and we're grateful to have you're the second artist guest, and actually the last guest we're interviewing before we all graduate. So,
What? Why y'all? Who y'all gonna interview next then?
We'll see.